So when it comes to fat loss, or even health in general, people think that white bread is nearly like the devil, like that when you're going through a fat loss phase that you can't feckin' have it. But here's a little perspective shift to make you kind of understand things a little bit more. So let's just say if I have a white loaf here and I have, let's say, a brown loaf here. But here's the point that people miss. This white loaf versus this brown loaf, the calories are the feckin' same. So what does that mean from a fat loss perspective? It means that you can still have the white bread if you wanted and still drop weight. The calories are the exact same as that brown version. What is a little bit different here is that the brown version is a little bit healthier. There's probably more fiber in there. There's probably a little bit more nutrients in there through the seeds and kind of fancy stuff that throw in with it. But again, from a pure fat loss perspective, both are completely fine as long as you can fit those into your day and still adhere to that energy deficit. But then again, you need to bring that back into context, because probably the biggest factor when it comes to bread is what people actually put on the feckin' thing. Like if you're putting on a ton of butter and kind of high calorie sauce and that kind of stuff, you're gonna completely shoot yourself in the foot regardless, no matter how healthy the meal is. It's the same when you see like avocado toast out in restaurants. You're paying €12 for feckin' avocado toast, and all you're paying for really is a big lump of avocado with some butter and some toast, which is probably going to be really high in calories and not really what you want when it comes to fat loss. Because again, we're trying to be smart with calories and keep the calories down so we can be in that caloric deficit, which again is the same thing as an energy deficit. I'm using those words interchangeably here. So white or brown really comes down to preference at the end of the day. If you love white bread and you want to keep it in your routine, go for it. There is lower calorie though alternatives you can get with the calories nearly 50% less per slice, which is what we recommend to clients that you can do. But again, if you don't want to make that trade-off, if you prefer like the real whole, if you prefer, let's say the real bread, the proper bread, not the lower calorie bread, go for it. But as long as you can fit it into your day and still be in an energy deficit, that's what you want at the end of the day. If that white bread is causing you to be hungry an hour later and eat more throughout the day, maybe try switching that up, maybe go for a brown version or maybe go for a lower calorie version. But again, stop thinking that white is bad and brown is better, because things won't work like that. Nothing is bad or good in isolation. Same goes for chocolate versus a feckin' salad. The chocolate isn't bad, the salad isn't necessarily good. One is just a little bit more nutritious than the other. But if you're demonizing that food to be bad, so when you do have it, you're nearly guilty and beating yourself up and causing you to eat more, how bad is that at the end of the day? That's why you want to be able to incorporate the foods that you still love and still make the progress that you want without being the kind of dickhead with it at the end of the day either. Like, you can't just eat 50% of your diet from feckin' chocolate and shitty food, for example. But again, you can enjoy them in moderation and still drop body fat the way you want. So hopefully that makes the kind of bread thing a little bit clear in your head. If not, pop a comment below and we'll get back to you. I'll chat to you soon.